Hey, beautiful people. Honest am here to create and write a Honesty Sis newsletter, a bi-weekly newsletter geared towards millennials who are truly trying to get their shit together. And I am here for another love reading. All right, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors. I'm laughing because I had no idea I was about to do a love reading. Dear God, guardian angels. Hold on, let me get these correct. I hope this message finds you well. Please make sure you check out the description box below. There are always additional guidance, angel numbers, and anything that may be referenced in this video. Also, please make sure if you like this video, you give it a thumbs up. And if you really fucks with me, make sure you subscribe. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're old, I love you. Thank you so much for being here again. All right, God. Dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, what information do you deem worthy for us to hear at this time? Please deliver these messages to me and through me, allowing no room for doubt or confusion in me and the viewer's mind. What do we need to know right now? In God's name I pray. This is interesting. Very good. Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith along with true love. This is the love of a lifetime, along with the pay attention to red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I actually really love this message because I feel like it's clear. I feel like what God is saying is that you have to trust that true love is possible. You have to trust that it is possible for you to meet the love of your life. You have to believe that God hand designed a man that is for you. And you don't have to lower your standards. You don't have to not want anything. You don't have to, lessen yourself. You just have to believe it in your heart and soul, and then set the intention that you are opening your heart to receive that. That is your destiny, right? But in order to actually get true love, what God is saying is you have to pay attention to the red flags. It's so funny. I keep mentioning this podcast, so I guess I'm going to have to link it down below. But I was listening to this Jay Chetty episode with, I have no idea what this guy's name is. Let me look, because I haven't talked about it twice. And I did not even say this man's name. I wanted so bad not to like this guy, and I actually ended up really liking him.
You have to be honest with
Steven Speaks, or whatever. And he was just talking about, like, whenever you start a relationship not being your true self, you're setting yourself up for disaster. So both men and women, say you start off, you're a guy, you start off your relationship and you are whining and dining her, buying her gifts and all of this stuff. And then, but that's not your reality. Like, you don't have that lifestyle, angel number 306, where you can just take a girl out, you can fly her out. Like, you just cannot sustain that level of, you can't sustain that lifestyle, right? So that's a red flag. Like, you're trying to be something that you're not, right? That's a red flag. For women, when we try to put our best representative on and we try to act like, okay, well, I'm not needy and I'm going to act like I'm not thirsty, but deep down inside, you are needy and you are thirsty. And so you spend your whole, the first 6 months, the first 3 months of your relationship acting like you're not needy, not calling. And then when you do get this guy falling in love with you, you change it. Like, red flag, you're not being your true self. So automatically God is saying, whenever you're not being your true self, you're not going to be able to get the love of your life. Now, taking that aside, I feel like what God is also saying is that you have to have trust and you have to have faith that God can deliver the one to you, but you also have to realize it's your job to pay attention to red flags. It's your job to sort who is the one. And so I think for a lot of us women, we have to, honestly, I'm not going to say women, everybody, we have to stop dating for potential. We have to stop dating out of fear. We have to stop dating to get something from somebody else, because that is not the basis and the guidelines for true love, right? True love is not about what can you do for me? How can you make me feel? How do you improve my life? No. And we also have to stop looking from love from a place of lack, of like, okay, I don't feel good, so I need somebody else to make my life feel better. No. You have to feel better on your own. And so if that's not your ministry and you have been doing the work, you have been working on yourself, you have been, transforming your life, you have taken the time to heal from relationships and to go within to figure out your own red flags and triggers, Now, when you're entering the dating world, you have to be mindful. Like, I'm not saying like start cutting people off right away, but now you have to start dating with intention. You have to start dating and asking people questions. You have to keep an open mind and realize that the people and the person that you may, come in contact with may not necessarily be somebody, the love of your life may not necessarily be somebody that you thought you would be with. I think we have to get out of like the exterior and like really start talking to people. And like, I think that's why we like Love is Blind. And that's why we watch these type of shows like, Married at First Sight, because let me stop talking about TV shows. I think genuinely all of us just want to be seen, and we just want to be able to be loved for who we are deep down inside, right? But of course, like, we're visual human beings, so we want what we want. And I think what God is saying is that you can get what you want, like the total package. You can have the person who matches the inside and the outside, but you have to be willing to do the work. You have to be willing to do your work on yourself and also sorting out the work. So say, for example, you done took a time out and now you're ready to enter the dating field, right? And so you know with the guys you used to always go with those triggers. So when you start dating and they seem very similar to somebody from your past, whether there's chemistry or not, you have to ask yourself, how did this work out last time, right? You have to be conscious. And or maybe not even being conscious, if you're dating somebody, you're feeling them and you feel a red flag or you feel a gut reaction, listen to it. I actually just did a short that I need to post where I was talking about how a lot of like people from true crime, like a lot of victims, I want to say like a good 80% of victims, 80 to 75% of victims, either it's texting somebody or tell somebody like, this don't feel right, or I don't know, I just don't have a good feeling about this. And they just literally go and walk into their death. They just ignore all of these feelings within themselves and they walk within to their death. I know us women, we don't want to be mean to people. We don't want to hurt their feelings, but we get, you get that feeling. That's a red flag. So we have to start paying attention to the red flags. I also feel like what God is saying is do your part. I think so often we think that, life is just this, like God is just this, restaurant concierge service that he's just up here, giving you everything that you desire, whatever you ask for, which he is, which the universe is, not God, because God ain't got time for that. He created you to be that. Which that is happening. So you have to realize, if you say, I want to meet the love of my life, you have to know that the universe is doing everything to help you meet the love of your life. But you have to know, as you're dating, you have to be mindful of the red flags. You can't keep dating people for potential. You can't be dating people that they don't want you to what you want. You can't keep dating people who are not in alignment with who you want to be. You have to do your part. We are co-creating. Which means it means it's two people involved in this process. And this is what God is saying. You trust and believe that I can give you the love of your life, and I will give you the love of your life. But the way that you're going to get from point A to point A to point C is by paying attention to all the flags in B. And then if you meet somebody and they don't have any red flags, but you still find yourself being like anxious, and you have to have an open mind. You have to realize that you're experiencing something brand new. You're not used to being in a healthy relationship. So you have to give yourself, get your body, get your whole nervous system time to get used to not having that drama. Like, just accept it. If it's easy, accept that the relationship is easy. Accept that this person is easy. Accept that all of that is easy and that this is the one for you until they give you a red flag to make you believe otherwise. I also feel like a lot of us are going into relationships and we're bringing in all of this baggage. And so I think that's why I like watching these TV shows, because like I was watching Love is Blind, the New Orleans seasons, and it seemed like these women like had so much trust issues, and they kept putting it on the partner. Like it was the partner job to prove that, they were trustworthy. But it's like, no, bitch, you got to deal with your own trust issues. And if that's you got to deal with your own trust issues. It's not on your partner to decide, okay, I got to do everything this person know that they can trust me. No, especially if you just met them. That's not fair. What have they gave you to make you not trust them? Think about that. Why do we keep going in thinking that, first of all, nobody's in the, that's half the problem. I'm not fucking auditioning for nobody. If you want to date me, you want to date me because you like me. I'm not here to prove, to check out your survey, to do your souvenir, just none of that shit. If you like me, you like me. If not, oh well. I'm not going through these games of making you tap dance and no. Those days are over. That was young Am. And you remember 1033. I'm not doing that bullshit no more. And so I feel like God is saying you have to be honest, not with yourself, but with others. If you trust and believe that God can deliver these things, and again, that honesty that comes to you, you're going to get, and we're going to go back to getting into the vortex, but you get what you believe every single time. Every single time you're going to get what you believe. And so if you believe that you can get the true love of your life, then guess what? You going to get them. But you can't meet somebody that checks off all your boxes, make you feel good, fuck you good, all of these things. And then you like, okay, he has to prove that he's trustworthy to me. And then keep putting this nigga through the ringer because you're like, oh, my heart been broken. I don't want to be hurt no more. Bitch, go deal with your drama. Deal with your issues before you go in another relationship, because it's not that person's job to heal you and to make you feel confident in a relationship. Trust comes in within. Nobody can't make you trust them. And I'm telling you this from experience, because I was thinking that, like, nigga, and then, sorry. Because underneath this is reconciliation. And so it's like, yes, if somebody has broken your trust, that's one thing. If they broken your trust, they cheated on you, yes, that motherfucker has to go through the ringer and prove to you that you can trust them again. That's one thing. But if y'all just met, it's brand new, I'm not coming in to clean up somebody else's bullshit. It's not fair. Until this person give you a reason to not trust them, why wouldn't you trust them? And I think for a lot of you guys, that's what's fucking up you even meeting true love, because you don't believe it's possible. Start with that. Start with the root. That's why this trust is here. Do you even believe it's possible? And 9 times out of 10, you don't. And I know, because I don't watch y'all tarot videos. I done been in your community. Y'all don't believe in fucking love. And you can tell you don't believe in love how you talk about the shit. Alright, moving on. Moving on. I don't know why I just so like passionate when it comes to love, and like, because I don't buy the shit that you guys are selling. Like, it's just, I don't buy it. I don't buy the relationship shit that people are selling out here. And it's so crazy. Like, that's the only thing about the healing journey that literally drives you crazy. And maybe that's me, like me becoming like extra sensitive, and I can just like see through so much shit. Like, it's hard. It's hard out here where you can just see like niggas are in relationships for the wrong reasons. And that's why you don't need to that's why you need to stop comparing yourselves to other people. I don't care how long those people been together. You do not know what their relationship is. You don't even know what's holding that relationship together. It may look good, but baby, a good 50% of true crime stories, those relationships look, matter of fact, go look on Snap. A lot of those relationships look good until it wasn't. Fuck that. I'm tired. I'm done. You're not gonna fucking shame me because I'm single, bitch. I'm shaming you, codependent motherfucker. You only got that motherfucker because you scared to go out and put yourself out there. Start looking at it like that. I honestly feel sorry for everybody that got married in their 20s. Because there's no way in hell, ain't no way in hell you got the chance to know yourself. Unless you knew yourself from a youth, from a young youth, from a baby. I feel bad. I don't think nobody should be getting married in their 20s. No. Hell no. Shit, my kid come, I'm like, what? Huh? I don't know. I guess my kid will be different because they'll be my kid. And like they'll be made. And that's what you have to understand. I was literally writing in my journal this morning. I want to experience true love because I want my kids to know what it's like to be in a household full of true love. So they can know not just what it looks like, but what it feels like. And so when they go out and they've had these red flags, they don't waste 7 years of their life trying to figure out turn that red flag into a green. They just trust, okay, no, fuck this. Because they know what love feels like. They know what a man is supposed to treat, how a man is supposed to treat a woman, or how a woman is supposed to treat whatever, because they felt that shit in a household. And this is how deep love is. People treat love like it's not shit and like it's frivolous, but love is literally the most important thing in our life because it dictates everything. If you don't love yourself, you don't like yourself, it's a good chance you hate your life, and it's a good chance you're not going after your dreams. Low self-esteem is probably directly correlated to poverty. Not loving yourself, the lack of love, is probably a direct correlation to poverty. And I'm not saying that, wealthy people have love, because them motherfuckers are miserable as well. Like they're miserable as well. And so you have to ask yourself, if poor people are miserable and wealthy people are miserable, then what's the difference between being poor and being rich? Love is the difference. Love is the motherfucking difference. How you love yourself, who you love yourself, if you believe love is possible, do you have love for another? I can't even wrap my mind around the idea that we literally lived in a country where it was okay to own another human being and treated them like cattle, treated them like worse than dogs. And they wonder why they rich and fucking miserable and killing themselves and jumping off of bridges and their kids doped up. You have to reconcile that shit. It all comes back to love. If you don't have love for yourself, you can't have love for another. This is why America is dying, because there's no love here. People have truly sucked the soul out of America. But guess what, baby? I'm here to revive. I'm here to revive. Because I'm going to die on the hill of love. I'm going to die trying to put as much love as I can in this world. Because it is my doom. It is my duty, my divine right as a human being to leave this motherfucker better than I left it. To leave this motherfucker better than I entered. That is your job. That is your duty. As a human being of planet motherfucking Earth. Alright, I'm done. God, clarify this message of pay attention to the red flags, trust, true love. Why am I going off? God, what do we need to know? What do we need to focus on? Just give us one tool. Why is it so important to trust that true love is possible? Why are you asking us to pay attention to the red flags? How can we get true love in our life? Allow no room for doubt or confusion. I love it. Here we go. Angel number 1818. Abundance coming in. I'll envision the behavior I desire to inspire. If we were a parent or anyone wanting to inspire the positive behavior from another, we would do our personal vibrational work first. We would align with our source energy by envisioning the outcome we seek, and by holding those involved as positive objects of our attention. We would not allow any current unwanted behavior to be the reason for our attention to them. I'm read that again. We would align with our soul source energy by envisioning the outcome we seek, and by holding those involved as positive objects of our attention. We would not allow any circumstances, any current unwanted behavior to be the reason for our attention to them. This is about trust. So again, looking at the world, angel number 1911, there's a lot of reasons to not believe in love. There's a lot of reasons to not have hope. There's a lot of reasons to just be like, shit, is this the end? But God is saying, don't focus on that. You have to envision the future that you want, including the love that you want. I told you can do this. We had a reading already. You can do this by writing. You can do this by scripting. You can do this by talking out loud, talking to your app, talking to your words app. Like when you're watching these TV shows and it makes you think about your relationships, or it makes you think about what type of relationship you want to experience, write it down. I mean, talk to yourself, say it out loud so that you can call it into your life. Make vision boards about how you want it to be. Write stories about it. When you do that and then you trust and just hold that intention in your heart, God will bring it to you effortlessly. But the thing is, God is saying it's not going to be like that. That's why you have to pay attention to the red flags, because I feel like there's going to be somebody that's going to come in and it's going to be very similar to your ex. And it's going to be very easy to get swept away in it. And there's going to be some red flags. And your old self would ignore the red flags, but you're new. You have to remember, life is nothing but a game of cycles, right? So God, you have to think about it. When you play a game, right, you can't go to one level until you complete, right? You can't go to the next level until you complete your current level that you're in, right? And so say you left your ex, you've been doing all of this healing work on level 1, right? And now you're ready to go to level 2. In order to get to level 2, there's going to be somebody there that's going to mimic that level 1 person. And in order to get there, instead of like being stuck, you got to pay attention to the red flags and jump and move on and keep going to level 2, keep going, keep envisioning the behavior you want, keep going up until you meet the one. That's how it works. I have control of the vibration I offer. Again, God is getting us to understand that we're dating vibrationally. Yes, there's going to be, I have like 3 or 4 handwritten numbers in my thing. I have been getting so many guys that have been talking, hey, no. Because that's not, very similar to stuff I've had before. No, I'm trying to experience a new type of love. And so I have to pay attention to the flags. No, I'm not even going down, so I can keep leveling up until I meet the one, okay? Once you begin to believe and expect good feeling things to come, you're in the vortex. And once you get there, you are now a cooperative component. Now you get to rendezvous with all the good stuff that you have put there, and you can train yourself there. You can do it in a day. You have control over everything that rendezvous with you when you get control of your vibration that you offer. You get control of the vibration that you offer when you care about how you feel. So again, a lot of us are in relationships trying to be like, I mean, he's safe, he okay, he's this. You're not caring about being passionately in love. When you feel like I mean, I've been watching the L Word. And that's all I love the L Word, because it's just like, I love Bette Porter because she's just like so fucking passionate, like about life, about her work, about love. Like, and I realized, like, I think I've been denying that side of me for so long. Like I want to romance my life. I want to be in love with every aspect of my life. I don't want to just be here. I don't want to just get along just to get along. And so I created my vision boards. I write in my journal. I say affirmations to myself. I do these videos. I tell myself that it's possible. I write future letters to the love of my life. And I meet people, when I meet people and men out and I talk to them and they're, they may be nice looking, and I keep having more conversation and I see that we're not in alignment, I let it go. I'm not afraid to be alone because I know what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a deeper, a new type of love. And so I know it's going to take me a little while to get to that. It may take me going into different environments. It may take me stepping outside of my comfort zone. And I'm okay with that, because I know, like, as long as I'm in control of my vibration, I know that the men that I meet are nothing but an indication of my vibration increasing. And I have noticed that. I went from having security guards hit on me to having older pastors hitting on me to having a young guy hitting on me. So it's like, again, all of these things changing, the quality of men that are hitting on me changes as well. And so I can tell that my vibration is increasing, but it's still not at that level that I want. And I really genuinely feel like as I just keep working on myself, the better that I get, the better that everything gets. And it's becoming true. And so this is what God is saying. This is the process. This is how we co-create, and this is how we get true love. The last message that was underneath this is, my relationships are supposed to feel good. Your life is supposed to feel good to you. Before your birth, you knew that the primary component of your physical experience that would be the greatest value of your personal and collective expansion and joy would be the relationships that you experience with each other. And so let me just pause. again, going back to why love is so important, because love is how you get the experience. I literally have, I want to say it's a video on here that says the person that you, the mate that you choose can make or break your life. Angel number 25. That's literally what God is saying. Like, if you choose to not go on this journey, you can't be mad at anybody but yourself that you're not living a fulfilling life. You have to decide right here and now what type of life you want to live. And if you believe that you can live a life that you can have your true love and live your wildest dreams, and then you walk and hold that intention, you create, you do all those extra things, it'll come. It was your plan to relish the diversity of your relationships and to choose from them the details that make up your creations. And here we are. So God is just saying that you knew that your relationship were very important. You knew from before you became in your body that you wanted to, that you had a mate and that it was destined for you to meet the love of your life. And I feel like even if you find this message, and if you, if this message came in your queue, then this must mean, and this is a sign that true love is meant for you. But you have to do some healing work. You have to trust yourself. You have to believe that it is possible, and nobody can make you believe but you. Okay? All right. I'm actually going to end this message with my pendulum, because I'm going to ask, but this is literally, I want you to take a deep breath. And I haven't done this before. I always only do it to myself. So if I was right or wrong, you can put it down below. And this is being honest. Like, don't just be like, you wrong. I do believe in love. I'm going to ask this pendulum, do you really, truly believe in love? And it's going to say yes or no. And if you don't believe in love, but you want love, I want you to do that work and ask yourself, what happened? It's time to do the work. If this pendulum say no, then it's time for you to do some self-healing work on your heart to figure out why you close yourself off to love. So, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, I come on behalf of my viewers. Do my viewer believe in love? Do my viewer believe in love? Yes. Yes, you believe in love. Thank you, God. Will my viewer experience true love? Will my viewer experience true love? Yes. Last question. Will my viewer experience true love this year? No. You won't experience true love this year, but you will experience true love. All right. It says you want to experience. Okay. So we said you do believe in love, which is great. You will experience true love, which is even more amazing. You won't do it this year. But let's ask one last question. Angel number 1745. I can't believe it's got this long. Does my viewer need to do some self-healing work on their heart? No. Okay. No. So you did the healing work. Do my viewer need to open up their heart? Yes. Oh, yes. Is my viewer being too hard on themselves? Yeah. Yeah. Will my viewer meet someone to help them on their healing journey this year? Will my viewer date somebody that helps them on their healing journey this year? Yes. Will my viewer meet the one this year? No. Okay. All right, y'all. I'm gonna leave it there. So they are very clear that you may meet somebody this year that's gonna help heal your journey. You do believe in love. You don't need to heal your heart, but you do need to work on opening up your heart more. And so this is just the message to come up to you to say, trust, keep opening up your heart, keep envisioning the love you want, to keep going ahead, making those affirmations and those vision boards. Oh, here we go. Last thing, because I hear you happen. I hear you. God, dear God, guardian angels, and ancestors, are our vision boards going to come true? Will me and my viewers' vision boards come true? Yes. All right. So this is what I want you to do. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to create a vision board about a mood board about what type of relationship you want to do. Put images and all of that type of stuff, words, how you want your relationship to feel. I also want you to do some yoga. I want you to do some deep healing. I want you to write letters to the person. If you have a person in mind, no, don't write letters to a person in mind. I want you to write letters to your future husband. You're going to be scripting. You're going to be talking about the things that you guys are doing. Whenever you are watching a TV show, or if you are, watching a TV show, something on social media that triggers things about relationships, I want you to write. I want you to speak out loud in your notes app. Or you can even call, you can even send me an email or whatever, and we can talk about it. You can book a reading. It's totally up to you. But I want you to work on opening up your heart to receive love, because that's the only thing. That's what's blocking it. God is our heart God is our blocked heart stopping us from receiving love. Yep. You got to open up your heart to receive love. If we do these things, if we do scripting and journaling, will true love come to us? Yes. If you do scripting and journaling, true love will come to you. Okay. So yeah, I want you to do your scripting. I want you to do your mood board. I want you to write your letters to that person. I want you to love on yourself. I want you to get out there more. I want you to start having fun. And I want you to let your guards down. Letting your guards down, knowing that it is not about you trusting another, but about you learning to trust yourself. Okay? All right, y'all. Let's go fall in love this summer. All right. Angel number 3111. I hope that this reading truly, truly was a blessing to you. If you made it to the end of this reading and you are not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Until we meet again, dream those dreams. Never let the internet rush you, and never, ever, ever let someone tell you what you cannot do. Talk to you soon.